Welcome back to the Story of Liberty. This is your host, John Bona. But what can one man do? One man. There's a story about one man who taught a few kids Sunday school class. What could he do? Well, listen what happened. His name was Edward Kimball. You probably never heard of him. One day he decided that one of the kids that he was teaching was not listening in class, so he decided to visit the young man who was working at a shoe store. Edward Kimball was a shy man, and he would not even go into the shoe store at first. But eventually he got up enough nerve and he went in. And he spoke to the young man who was putting boxes of shoes on the shelves. Kimball didn't think he even led the young man to Christ. He tried, but he left there feeling he was unsuccessful. But he did lead him to Christ. The young man was Dwight Moody. You probably heard of him. He later became a famous evangelist, and right at the time of the Civil War. His ministry started the Moody Bible Institute, the Moody Church. It was a great church that sent thousands of missionaries around the world. Dwight Moody made an enormous impact for the kingdom of Christ worldwide. Later in England, he led a man named Meyer to Christ. And Meyer made a huge impact as he preached. Meyer led a man named Chapman, who in turn became a great evangelist and won thousands of people to Christ. When Chapman retired, he turned his ministry over to a baseball player he influenced by the name of Billy Sunday. We have a story about Billy on our website. Billy Sunday really changed the face of America. He went to Charlotte, North Carolina, and held a great evangelistic rally. Billy was credited with saying, going to church does not make you a Christian any more than going in a garage makes you a car. A number of men were converted at this rally, at Billy's rally, and they formed an organization in 1932, and they had another rally in that same area in Charlotte. They invited a missionary by the name of Mordecai Ham. As Mordecai was preaching, a young man about 16 years old gave his life to Christ. His name was Billy Graham, and he's probably preached to more people than any other person in history, face to face. But literally millions and millions of people were converted to Christ around the world through the testimony, the witness of one Sunday school teacher, Edward Kimball, who I'm sure this day shines as bright as a star in heaven. Friends, let's remember that God made us for a purpose, to be co-laborers with Him in the redemption of mankind, and to bring souls of men the gift of everlasting life. God made us, and He purchased us with a great price.